Hey guys, it's your girl Kizzy Rock, and yes, Kizzy Rock is my birth given name. Happy Friday, guys. Want to say hey to all my subscribers, new as well as season. I got a word for you. Tap in. Happy Friday, my chosen brothers and sisters. Happy Friday. So, guys, I want to speak in regards to a few downloads. I want to speak in regards to we are not as ready as we think. And that could be one out of many reasons on why the gate has not opened or why we haven't fully entered our next season. I also want to speak on people can only receive you at the level that they're on. So you may be getting frustrated with people because they just can't seem to come up to where you are. But we'll talk about that. And then also, I'm going to speak in regards to some of you guys are counting yourself out because you feel like you've gotten too old and there's no purpose for you. Honey, you can be 94. There is purpose for you. In fact, let's start there because that's going to be very, very temporary. So here's the thing. I was having a conversation with someone a couple of days ago who's only 60 and feels like there's no purpose. And, she's trying to understand, like, what can I do at 60? And I'm just like, I gave her this whole list of people that I know well over her age. One, for example, is a lady on TikTok. You guys may follow her, some of you guys. Her name is Wooly. Grandma Wooly? Oh my goodness, she's the most cutest. Ooh, she's almost 90, I believe? But either which way, so she does a lot of cooking on social media. And this lady have like hundreds of thousands of followers. And at the end of her cooking session, she always do a night prayer with everyone before, I guess, bedtime, if you will. Like, this lady is loved. I mean, she got so many people pouring into her life just in every way. Very successful. Almost 90 years old, I believe, right? So don't discount yourself because if you're still here, there is purpose for you. But see, we block a lot of our blessings because of the mindsets. So when you start telling yourself certain things, then you believe that. And then what you do is you block anything that could potentially be for you. And that can be in any area of life. Like I hear a lot of my sisters say, there aren't good men out here. And I'm just like, girl, I don't know where you're looking because I know a lot of great men. But when you really believe that, like you're literally speaking against the very thing that you're seeking. So there's a block. It can't find you. So sky's the limit. Remove the cap in anything for life. You got to have the mindset that, listen, if it's for me, point blank, period. And no devil in hell can stop that. Point blank, period. You got to claim things and you got to believe it. You got to come in alignment to the very things that God has revealed to you. So guys, let's talk about people can only come up to where you are. Guys, very transparent moment here. This has been a very, very difficult struggle of mine. Probably the majority of my life, if I'm going to be honest. I'm just kind of now having more and more revelation about it because, the higher that God takes you, then he reveals more and more. And then he trains, the Holy Spirit is a teacher. He trains you, and then you start to have different revelations, right, about certain things. So many times as chosen ones, we have these heart to serve, right? We have these hearts full of compassion, etc. And so there are people that really take to us. Now we have different groups of people. We have the leeches, right, who sees the favor on our lives and they feel like they can just skip a whole process, which is ignorant. Because you're going to fumble by skipping the process and then attaching themselves to you, right? Now, we're too wise for that foolishness. We see you for who you are, right? But then there's also a group of people who really admire us. This is why many times chosen ones get a lot of compliments on, let it be on your intelligence, on your wisdom, on your knowledge, just whatever. You get a lot of compliments. And so what you will find a lot of the times is if you're not careful, the majority of the people in your life or in your circle will pull without or withdraw without depositing, right? But it's crucial for you to also have the other side, that you have others who can pour into you, right? others who are more spiritually inclined than yourself. But the point of the matter is, whatever the relationship of any sort is, if you don't understand that people can only meet you where they are, meaning their level of understanding, their level of growth, you're going to get frustrated and you're going to spin your wheels and you're going to water that grass, and then you're going to get sick of them, and then you just abandon them, and then you further traumatize them. So what I've learned personally, how I navigate my life now, is I truly try to stay in alignment with assignments, because everybody we meet is not our assignment. That be us and these big hearts, right? Everyone is not our assignment. And so we find ourselves trying to help, assist, fix, this heal, whatever we think we got going on. And that's not even our job. That's God's job. Our job is to be an example, right? And then people can glean from us. And then, of course, you assist them. But what we find ourselves doing many times is we are getting frustrated with people because they're not willing to grow. So it's like they're challenging you, even though you're trying to assist them. So you're trying to assist them. You're trying to throw them the life jacket, but instead they take it off and they try to drown you. You must know that if a person is pulling you backwards, because see, God is the forward moving God. God is not going to have you in a situation where he's already grown you. Now, mind you, we have a very, very long way to go. Well, I'll speak for myself, but the point of the matter is he's grown you up in some areas. And if you're not careful, subtly, you'll find yourself reverting back. That doesn't make sense. How do we grow to end back up in situations or with people that's where it was 3 seasons ago? Many people don't want to grow, People will tell you that because they feel like that's going to keep you around. People are not crazy. People are not crazy. They know you're rare, right? Nobody wants to lose a chosen one. Many times they self-sabotage it, but many people don't want to lose the chosen one because they know how rare the chosen one are. So they'll tell you anything. This is why you have wisdom. This is why you have discernment. They'll tell you anything, but you can't look at words. You got to go by actions. I never go by words. Never. In fact, if I feel like you're too wordy and there's some type of love bombing situation in whatever situation, I'm going to call you. I find somebody else. Listen, I ain't got time for that. Find somebody else to play with. Right? I go by actions. I watch your actions. How do you move? Right? I watch your character. I watch if I'm assisting you in the area, if you say with your mouth that you want to grow, if you say that you want help in this area, all right, those are just words, right? Trust is built, not given. So you hear the words, but you don't let those words sit in your spirit. You hear the words and then you watch the actions. Now, if they're doing the complete opposite of what you instructed them to do, then what is that telling you? Okay. If they're challenging you on the very area that you're trying to assist, what is that telling you? That's not even common sense. How are you going to challenge a person, right? Because it's iron sharpening iron. It doesn't feel great, right? And I've been guilty of this in the past. Oh, trust me, I learned my lesson and I use wisdom now, right? Because it's common sense. If a person is on a level where you're trying to go, right? And it doesn't mean that the person is better than you as a person. It just means they've obviously put more work in than you, and God have built some trust, and there's maybe some favor on their lives and acceleration, fruit, etc. So if you're at level 4, just throwing out some numbers here. If you're at level 4 and the person is at level 13, we probably have a million levels, right? But the person is at level 13, and they're looking down at you, not at you per se, but at your level. And they're trying to assist you and give you instructions on how you can come from a level 4 to then 5, 6, 7, 8. But you're fighting everything they're saying. Like, you know it all. You know everything. They can't tell you anything. You're doing the exact opposite of what they tell you to do. These people will leave you in your foolishness. They will leave you in your foolishness, because people who refuse to grow, people who refuse to take the wisdom and apply it, right? These people will pull you back. This is why God is interrupting a lot of relationships in a lot of ways this season, because he's really ready for you to come up higher, and the people are what's holding you back. So he's teaching you to understand that everybody is not your assignment. If a person, a place, or a thing is your assignment, you're going to see fruit. You're going to see growth. Like, there's a couple of people right now who are, I guess, somewhat assignments, if you will. But it's like everything that they ask, and I tell them, well, here's my advice on this, that, and the third. They literally take and apply it. They do it. And you see them coming up higher in a very short period of time. And then there's others who are stiff-necked, don't want to listen, fight you on everything that you say, in their feelings about every single thing. I leave them in their foolishness, because what you're not going to do is disturb my spirit, right? Have me all full of whatever, anxiety and this, that, and the third, because you're in survival mode. I ain't got time for that. Listen, I will take your hand. I will take your hand, honey, and I will assist you in any way that God, all caps, God calls me to assist. But the minute God says, listen, right? Yes, I instructed you. Yes, it was an assignment that I ordained. However, these people are stiff necks, right? They won't learn. It's a lost cause at this point, right? Assignment over. I'll deal with them, right? He sends you back where? To the wilderness, to wherever he sends you. Then he will deal with you accordingly, and then you must grow that way. But stop letting people tie up your time. Stop thinking that your level of emotions, by cussing them out or whatever you got going on, sending 35,000 messages in a text message thread, crying and trying, well, I'm such a good person. I don't understand why I wouldn't do this to you. Why you keep disrespecting me? Listen, you're listening. People only do what you allow. Accountability here. Accountability here. Accountability here. Accountability says, why are you allowing people to play in your face as a chosen one? You know you got choices. Pick up your phone. Or go get your old phone. You know you got choices. Pick your head up and know who you are. Remember who you are. We don't chase, we attract. We don't chase, we replace. Point blank, period. Period. But we got to take accountability. If we're allowing people to blink, it's one thing if a person's going to because listen, you got some people out here, men and women, like if they're doing something shady, they're going to do everything in their power to be sure you don't find out. That's their way of having, I guess, ignorant respect for you, if you will. Right? They're going to do everything in their power, honey. Seriously. But when a person is sloppy, like texting people right in front of you, not coming home, like being disrespectful, like that's blatant disrespect in your face. Blatant. So rather trying to have these conversations every night about, I'm tired of you disrespecting me. Why do you keep treating me like, they don't listen. One of the most profound things that you can learn is that people don't care when you're moving from that place of emotions. If you want to get something shifted, use actions. All that listen, you might get one day of some tears, honey. If that. After that is all actions, point blank, period. I don't even know why I'm here, because I wanted to speak more on we're not as ready as we think, right? And I am, but for some reason I'm stuck here for a second, and it ain't for me, because listen, for say, point blank, period. People don't care. See, it's us, again, as chosen ones with these big, beautiful hearts. It's us who are thinking like, I could never hurt this person, right? Even though I could get away with this, that, and third, right? I could never hurt this person, right? We consider everything. So we keep thinking that the other people think like us. It's the complete opposite. Look at the statistics here. People tend to fall more for people who drag them. And it's the good-hearted people who often get betrayed. And of course, this is not for everyone, if you will. This is the whole point. You got to come up to where you are. Because if you come up to where you are, you have a better chance. If you put the work in as well. Meaning your pool of men is different. You don't even entertain, right? You're nice and you're kind to this pool, but you don't even entertain. Where's that going? Where's that going? So you're struggling trying to bring someone up to your level. It doesn't work like that. How did you get up to your level? Did somebody bring you up? Potentially maybe a mentor, but at the end of the day, that was something between you and God. You had to put that work in for yourself. So they must put the work in for themselves. You can't change them. If anything, that's that trauma response speaking. Because maybe somebody abandoned you. You don't want to abandon them. Somebody rejected you, so you feel like if you leave, you're going to have to deal with this season and seed of rejection, right? So it's more so less about you. Accountability here, right? No judgment. Accountability here. It's more about you, because listen, when you put that work in, I'm not even having an argument. I'm going to smile. The minute you go to work, when you come home, the whole house is empty. No Dear John letters, no text message. I'll see you when Jesus come home. That'll be the only thing on the table, the only letter. I'll see you when Jesus come home. God bless you. Period. Do you know who you are? Stop letting people play in your face. Do you know you shift the room anytime when you shift that room, what do you think that's about? Stop letting people tell you you're not beautiful enough, you're not handsome enough. It has nothing to do with that, honey. It is your spirit. It is your confidence. Remember who you are. Whoever have broke you down, that narcissist, that chick, that dude, whoever has broken yours, listen. A toxic relationship, seriously, can be very, very subtle over time. And then when it's time to leave, your confidence is to the floor, truly. So you look in the mirror and you're trying to figure out, who am I? You've lost yourself, right? So when you lose yourself, you lose your way. When you lose your way, you ultimately lose purpose and calling, because you gotta be solid within yourself, right? So now you gotta build yourself back up. This is why I'm talking to so many people now who are currently divorced or single, men and women. It's like things are just falling apart. And I believe things are falling apart because God is trying to establish them to put things back together the correct way, the way it should have always been done. Because marriage is a ministry, but again, they change the narrative and force the narrative with some old Hollywood foolishness that is supposed to be this fairy tale, and now everybody's waking up. So if you're going through this, allow God to build you right now in this season. So this season that you're breaking and you're trying to go and get the person back or get the situation back, and that's not even what it is. This is a healing season for you. Then once you heal, you're going to only attract. You would have to beat men off of you. All ages, 18 to 80, all races. Stop letting these people tell you in your head about this, that, and the third. Honey, I'm coming to pick you up. I'll prove it to you. All right. So let's go to what I really, really want to talk about. Or let's talk about, listen, I had this very profound revelation this morning. We are not as ready as we think for the next level. We are not as ready as we think. Now, we really think we are. Seriously. That's why we're annoyed. Like, it's like, I mean, can the gate open already? Like, can I go 100% in the new season? Why am I 60% and 40% still in? Right? We are not as ready as we think. So the revelation, the download I got about this right here is this right here. Next, now I want to be honest and clear. This is not for everybody, truly. In fact, everybody don't probably even want it. But I'm speaking to the individuals where God have revealed to you that your next season is a big deal. Now, granted, it's purpose and calling ultimately, right? But you guys know God takes care of you in the process. This is the season that is a big deal. And you know it, because if you're tapped in and if this is for you, you see it. And it doesn't even, like, first of all, you know on your own, honey, like, you couldn't do it, right? The imposter syndrome, like, there's no one, that's a big deal. But you're not afraid of it. You're not afraid of it. You know how we say things all the time like, well, I'm humble, or money will never control me, or I'm disciplined when it comes down to the flesh. I'm disciplined with women at the job, so I'm disciplined, honey. I can turn 5 women down on my job, right? Right? So we really think these things, but the issue is we're thinking on the level we currently are. So what's going on now, one of the many reasons on why we're held up before we enter the season in its entirety and fully is we must come in to a new covenant, a new agreement, a new pact with God. Because this may not be for everybody, but I know for myself. Before you got to the season where you currently are, there was some kind of pact you made with God in that wilderness that looked like, I won't do this. If you open the door, if you bless me, I won't do this, right? I will always make sure I'm moving in character and integrity. Like I won't cheat, right? You made some kind of pact with God. But this is a new level. So you need a new covenant. And the thing of the matter is, it might be the same thing. The issue is going to be amplified, meaning you're going to come up higher in that area. So you might be great at fasting, let's just say. For example, just speaking an example here, you might be great at fasting for a 2-day dry fast, where now he may be convicting you to do a 5-day. I'm just saying, nobody do it. Take it to the Holy Spirit, right? He now may be calling you to do a 5-day dry fast. And you're annoyed because you're trying to figure out, like, I don't even, like this season, I'm not even fulfilled. Like, I'm trying to get up out of here. So, so why I got to do a 5? It's preparing you for the next season. So, it's almost like there's a guard gate until you get the revelation that's specifically for you. That can look like, for examples, when I open this door, I'm telling you now, you think you're disciplined because you don't have access to it yet. You're only disciplined at the level you're at because that's what you currently have access to. When I open this door, it's going to be triple the access. You're talking about 5 women on your job. It's 5,000 throwing themselves at you. So how disciplined are you? This can look like accountability coaches. Okay, you had a mentor maybe at the last season. Now I need you to have an accountability coach. You're going to check in with this person. And again, these are all examples here now, right? You're going to check in. Well, a few of them is for me, right? But you're going to have accountability coaches. You're going to meet with this person 2 days per week. And you're not going to lie to them. You're going to let them know everything you did last week. I mean, everything, right? Right? And they're going to hold you accountable with love, iron sharpening iron, right? No condemnation, and these are one of the people who's already who have already risen up to certain heights, right? Accountability coach. These are going to look like financial advisors. For those of you who are called to kingdom currency, you're called to be a kingdom financier, right? Even if you think you're great with finances now, this is a different level. This is kingdom wealth. We're talking about the next level. Why do you think? This wicked wealth is falling, period. The systems are crumbling right in front of our face. Many people are distracted, honey. It ain't just one celebrity or one public figure. It's a system that's crumbling. This wicked wealth got to go somewhere. Transformed to kingdom wealth, period. It got to go somewhere. So this is kingdom wealth. So you might have $10,000 in the bank and you feel like, well, I don't need financial advisors, right? I got 3 stocks and bonds. Honey, the covenant is, and he's going to give it to you now. Like, you're not making it up yourself. In fact, he's already given it to you over time, right? Did you write it down? Was it in your spirit? It will all now come back to you now. The things that he were telling you. See, he introduced you to people along the way. Like, you randomly met a person last year or whatever the case may be, and then it's like you guys like connected on some type of kingdom level, and then all of a sudden, like, you know, life is life and everybody goes on, but now all of a sudden he's bringing this person back to your spirit. And it's almost like, well, remember the person you met on the plane and you guys were talking about I don't know, something. Okay, this is the person that I want you to contact, and blase. So you think because you got $10,000 that you can handle 10 million on your own? Absolutely not. I need you to have financial advisors. I need this. I need that. He ain't playing no games about it. It's almost like I'm not going to force you. Truly, there's other people who literally have been praying. I'm trying to help you here, but I'm not going to fight with you. If you want to go up higher, you got to understand that this is a different level here. And it must be, if you think the current level is difficult with stewardship, wait till you get where you're going. You're going to need several teams. This can also, I said fasting, this can look like fasting. This can look like intermittent fasting. This can look like, but at the end of the day, it's all preparing you. It's going to all tie in, right? Also, the spirit of excellence. My God, listen, I don't know if he's pressing on some of you guys like me, but that spirit of excellence right now ain't no joke. It's like you do something and you really think like you did it good, and then he convicts you and he said, do it over. I've done it 5 times, right? But you're being obedient to the instruction is showing him like, okay, you're in school, you're learning, you're not fighting me, stiff-necked people. You're not fighting me. The Holy Spirit is literally a teacher. He will teach you. You don't have to go take unless you're instructed, go take a course on something. If you follow his instructions, even when you don't understand, it all ties in. He's literally teaching you, which ultimately prepares you for the next level. Another instruction can look like, this one was definitely for me. There's a certain book or certain books in the Bible that's, okay, so how can I explain what I feel in my spirit? Okay, so obviously we need the whole Bible, but there's going to be 1 or 2 stories that is going to apply specifically to your situation. Not now. It could be now, but it's something like you're getting instruction like, okay, I'll say 1. There's a couple for me, but 1 is the book of Deuteronomy. All right. So there's going to be specific books of the Bible. And it's almost like he's highlighting that one. Like, I want you to take this chapter, put it to your forehead. I don't care where you put it at. Take it and download it, take it and get it frame and put it on I need you to read this one here every single day the minute you wake up, because this is going to come against you. Temptation is going to come against you. what do you call it when people like want to try to because you're going to have like, um, what's the word? If somebody, what do you call the people, like, say for example, like somebody trying to get a contract, so they try to like pay off the people who's in power, like mayors and stuff like that. It's like they like if you do something for them, they'll pay you for it. Oh, I forgot what. Guys, please help your girl out. But either which way, like you're going to have things like that come against you, and because many of you guys are going to be in a position of power, then your discipline level and your level of humility is going to have to be top notch. This is why a lot of people are not going to make it, in the sense of this next shift, which is end time kingdom assignments, because it's that difficult. And if you're on this journey right now, honey, you probably are in isolation, or there are strict boundaries about what you can do, where you can go, how many times you can go there, like strict boundaries. God is waking you up 3 o'clock in the morning, honey, and you want to go back to sleep. That Holy Spirit won't even let you go back to sleep if you try. Like, it's very, 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 very intense. But this intensity, this pressure that you currently feel, is a clear indication about how much pressure it will be at the next level. So he's preparing you. Why would he open the door now? And we can't even get the pack together that we still fumble in the current pack. Like, we made the pack 5 years ago and we're still struggling in the area. Like, one of the packs you made, he said no porn whatsoever. In fact, anytime you see, anytime you see one of those ads or whatever that pops up on social media, here you sitting here trying to research this, and boom, twerking right in your face, right? He told you block it the second you see it. You talking about give me 5 seconds. Now that 5 seconds, then open your spirit back up to something. Now you're on the porn. Now you're going down your old phone trying to scroll, right? So he's trying to he's trying to teach you at this level. So if you can't discipline yourself now to block certain things, to practice semen retention, to do this, that, why would he open the door now? Just so you can fumble and make a fool of yourself? Absolutely not. So we have a choice now. It's free will, right? Because I know he told me straight up, because I think I was like complaining about something. I wasn't complaining, but I've been grumbling about something. I'm just like, I just did that. Why do I keep getting tested in that area? He's like, listen, I'm not going to say, listen, you got free will. What you want to do? And it happened with the current test. If one of you guys have failed a current test, the way you respond to that test is going to tell God how ready you are. Meaning, are you making excuses? Are you feeling like, well, okay, I messed up. I might as well just keep messing up because at this point here. Or is it full accountability? When you get full accountability, and you pray for grace and mercy, like, Lord, because that was me a couple of days ago. Lord, I no excuses. I messed up. It wasn't anything crazy, but it was a test that I'm trying, a patience test, right? I messed up. My tone wasn't right? I heard the Holy Spirit telling me to close my mouth and don't respond. Lord, I did good for 5 seconds, but I messed up. It wasn't anything bad, but it's not excellence. It's not the level that I know you are calling me to come up to. If you can't even have a conversation without popping off or being up in your feelings about something with 2 people in front of you, how are you going to sit in the boardroom with powerful people, with 20 people, different personalities, different backgrounds, right? Iron sharpening iron, and you and your feelings. Okay, Lord. I hear you. You are 100% right. I messed up. Full accountability. I will pass my next test. That is my intentions. And if I somehow fail, I don't want to claim it, but if I do, I will keep pressing until I ace this thing, and I will get an A+, point blank period. So how are you doing, my friends? Are you passing your test? The covenants that you made with God for this current level, before you got to this current level that you're no longer fulfilled in, or you made some kind of covenant before you got there, right? How are you doing? How are you doing? Right? But guys, I just wanted to share this with you guys. You guys have a great Valentine weekend. So I just want to share it. You guys have a great one. It's your girl, Kizzy Rock.